Public School. I'm your science teacher. We are learning chapter 5, motion. Now here, what we were talking yesterday was regarding, what we are talking yesterday is regarding graphical representation, right? So in graphical representation, I told you three things, right? So one is distance versus time graph. When you talk about distance versus time graph, right? One graph can be like this. Other graph can be like this, straight. And the third one is what we have mentioned. It is like this. So in this one, this is stationary. This is uniform motion. And this is uniform accelerated motion. Right? Or we have said it is non-uniform motion. Right? The third one which we have mentioned is a non-uniform motion. Okay? The third one which we have mentioned is a non-uniform motion. Now, what we have learned yesterday regarding the velocity versus time graph, the same graph if we talk about in a velocity versus time graph, velocity versus time graph. So if I put a line here, I told you what exactly does this mean? This means that here the velocity is not increasing but the time is increasing. Means in 1 hour the speed is 20 km, 2 hours again is 20 km, 3 again is 20 km, 4 again is 20. Thus your speed is not increasing. Your speed remains the same. Hence we call this as uniform motion. So think a little. Two graphs look same here and here. But one is uniform and other is, right? One is, as what you say, sorry, not this one. This and this. One is stationary and other is uniform. It depends what quantity they are. One is distance versus time graph, other is velocity versus time graph. Okay, so the first graph itself tells you it is a velocity versus time graph. And understand, see, you just not to remember in the sense that if the line comes like this, not like this. You have to understand what the graph tells you. Here the graph tells you that it is velocity versus time graph. So the velocity is not increasing but the time is increasing, hence we say it is a uniform motion. But what if I draw like this? What if I draw a graph like this where this is velocity and this is time? Now what do you think this can be? This is uniform accelerated motion. Now what do you mean by uniform? So see, first is it is uniform motion. But the uniform accelerated means what? Uniform, it's not only uniform. See, the speed is increasing. If you see, this is 5 km in 1 hour, or let's say in 10 minutes, right? 10 km in 20 minutes, 15 km in 30 minutes. So as you see, the speed is increasing, but the speed is not increasing randomly. It is increasing with an equal interval of time. So definitely it is accelerating. Why I have to say it is accelerating? Because it is increasing. Acceleration means it is increasing, and retarded means it is decreasing. So here it is accelerating. So that's why we call this graph. Okay, that's why we call this graph velocity versus time graph. And if it is moving from bottom like this, it is uniform accelerated motion. Now why I said uniform? Uniform means it is increasing equal in equal interval of time. That is why it is uniform accelerated motion. what if I draw the graph like this? Okay, but what if I draw a graph like this, where we have to say like this, as what I said, zigzag, right? So here, if you see, this is non-uniform motion, right? Non-uniform motion. If you see here, this is non-uniform motion, right? It is accelerated motion. See, the speed is increasing, but sometimes it is increasing, sometimes it is decreasing, sometimes it is increasing, but ultimately it is increasing. So it is non-uniform motion. Why it is non-uniform motion? Because the speed, equal speed is not increasing with equal interval of time. So it is non-uniform motion, right? So based on the graph, right, and based on the quantity, you have to understand this is how they used to represent distance versus time in a graphical form and velocity versus time in a graphical form. Okay, and the very important thing I wanted to tell you here, whenever we talk about this graph, distance versus time, in distance versus time graph, whatever the thing you get, right, if you take the ratio of distance upon time, what do you get? Velocity. Okay, and whatever, if we talk about velocity versus time graph, if at some point we get is acceleration, right, we get is acceleration. So from distance versus time graph, we can easily get velocity, and from velocity versus time graph, we can easily get acceleration. Now let me show you what your textbook tells you. See, so we already saw what is distance versus time graph. This is uniform, this is uniform motion, this is non-uniform motion, right? Can you see here? So that's what they explain here, that the distance versus time graph as shown in the car. The nature of a graph shows that is non-linear variation, right? This graph represents non-uniform speed. Okay, the velocity is represented. Okay, now what they are talking here is a velocity versus time. So here the velocity is represented on the y-axis and time is represented on the x-axis, right? And what they are trying to tell you, it will go straight line parallel. That shows that the car is moving with a uniform velocity of 40 km/h. Okay, and this is what you have to understand. Now the very important thing is, from velocity versus time graph, if we talk about the shaded region. So now see, they have shaded region here. Let me show you. They have put a shaded region like A, B, C, D. That is a shaded region. This shaded region gives you distance. Now see how I'll tell you. Right? You know the speed, you know the time, right? So basically they are using the reverse formula of the same. Here, instead of this, they are using the reverse formula. What? That V into T is equal to S. So S is equal to V into T. Right? Can you see? This goes here. So this will be S is equal to velocity or speed into time. So see here. The distance moved by a car in time t2 minus t1. AB is the distance covered by the car. Right? So t2 minus t1. So it's 4 minus somewhere 1. Okay? And the speed is uniform, 40 km/h. So if you know the time, right, that what is the initial time, what is the final time, and you take the difference, means, you know, you leave your home, right? Let me just give you one example. Let's say you leave your home at 9 o'clock. You reach your destination at 10 o'clock, right? So what is the time? This is your initial time t1, this is your initial time t2. So final time t is equal to t2 minus t1 is equal to 10 minus 9 is equal to 1 hour. So basically your journey time is 1 hour. So that's what they are saying. T2 minus t1 means the journey time. And let's say you have uniform speed of 40 km/h. 40 km/h. So what is your distance? V into T. So it's 40 into 1. So it's 40 km. So basically you have covered a distance of 40 km. Okay, so whenever a velocity time graph have any shaded region, that shaded region gives you the distance. Remember this thing, because this is needed in the next thing. So distance moved by a car can be represented by the shaded region, right? And they have calculated here like this. Okay. So we can also study about uniform accelerated motion by plotting the same. So this is what they have plotted. Can you see? Now here whatever they have shaded. So this is the whole shaded portion. Now if you see, they have shaded in two parts. Okay. Now in this graph, if you see, this is your thing. Let's say your journey starts from A to B. So this is your shaded region. Okay. So this is your shaded region. So this shaded region, as you know, you must have learned area in mathematics. That if we talk about this much area, right? It can be a shape of trapezium. So you can look like a shape of a trapezium. You know, trapezium look like this. Okay, but trapezium has one parallel side. This is also having one parallel side, and other two sides are not equal. So yeah, fine, this can be a trapezium. So this is one thing. Or they have given in another way. You can divide it into two. So this will become triangle and this will become rectangle. So then you can find out the area. How? Area of rectangle, area of triangle plus area of rectangle. And what we are finding here? Distance. So this is how we can find out distance. Okay. So from velocity versus time graph, you can always find out distance while when you shade it, and you shade it like this. So velocity time graph of a car moving with uniform acceleration, right? You can also determine the same distance with this one. As what I told you, it can be represented by the area ABCD. So see, they have represented ABCD. So area of rectangle plus area of triangle. You know the area of rectangle is length into breadth, and area of triangle is 1/2 base into height. Clear? So this is how. Now the next thing, if you see this two graph, the first graph is a retarded motion. Now why it is called a retarded motion, as I told you, the speed is decreasing, right? It is decreasing. And in the second one, if you see, it is zigzag. The zigzag means it is non-uniform motion. Okay. So graphical representation really matters. You must see graph at so many places, right? You must have seen the run rate graph. In cricket, you used to see the run rate graph. Like the way you can also find out the graph for any object moving, traveling. It can be represented in terms of graph. Okay. And whenever we shade area, right? Whenever we shade any region, and if we find out the area, basically you have find out the distance of that graph. Okay. So this is what I'm going to teach you regarding graphical representation, right, of velocity versus time graph and distance versus time graph. Tomorrow we are going to see how we are going to derive. So we are going to derive three equations of motion. V is equal to u plus at, S is equal to ut plus half at square, and v square minus u square is equal to 2as. These are three equations of motion. These are three equations of motion which we are going to derive tomorrow. Very important topic. Please do watch this. Then only you are going to understand what we are going to learn tomorrow. Okay? Fine. That's it for a day. Thank you so much. Why we are uploading lectures, that I'll tell you today. We were working on standard 10 result every day, and the deadline is near, so we were little busy in that work. That is the reason we are not available right now for taking your online lecture. But in 2-3 days our work get finished, so we will be available again online, and we are going to take the Zoom class as what we are taking. Okay. Thank you so much. I'll see you tomorrow.